Welcome back to the show. This month, you can sample pairings of chocolate with wines and ciders of Northern Natural.
And here to discuss it with us, Chad Wardey and Seth Bernard are back again. Hi guys, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Good to be back.
So it's a perfect month for some chocolate and wine pairings. So tell us a little bit about how this event came to be.
Yeah, so we've been doing some different events throughout the winter time, you know, trying to just give people a reason to come in and enjoy some ciders and wines. And so we started with a couple of cheese pairings and wanted to expand out a little bit. So now we're going to do a chocolate pairing with Grocer's Daughter chocolates from Empire.
Oh, good chocolates too.
Yeah.
Good chocolates. Wow.
Good choice. All right, so I mean, how did this idea come about? Did the cheese pairings really help kind of initiate this?
Yeah, definitely. You know, we did our first one last winter, did another one this last fall, and then we just had one like 3 weeks ago. Went really well. So we're trying to do that, you know, probably quarterly throughout the year.
That makes sense.
And then working with Seth, he's been our musical curator for quite a while for our summer music. And so we're trying to expand and grow that throughout the off season. And so we built a stage inside of our brewery.
Oh, okay.
And
Nice.
Seth is booking some of the music for us and just trying to bring, you know, more people into Northern Natural to enjoy that same music that they hear year round.
Get people to stay in their communities
Yeah.
as opposed to heading down south. Now, what can people expect at this event? You know, someone shows up, wow, look at this stage you guys have set up.
Yeah,
well done, guys.
we
Well done.
brought the outside in.
What can people expect when they come out to this event?
Yeah, so we took all of our ciders and wines up to Grocer's Daughter to have them professionally pair the chocolate with each beverage.
Smart.
We've got, I think, 9 or 10 different ciders to choose from and 6 or 7 different wines to choose from. And so you'll choose a flight of ciders or wines, and then your chocolate will come along with each beverage. Grocer's Daughter will be there. Jody and Jennifer will be there to pair up with the
That's so
beverages,
cool.
and should be pretty cool. And then that evening, we've got Seth playing on the stage as well. So it'll be a full day.
It is.
So I imagine not only for you, it helps shoulder that off season when business is not as high, but Seth, same for you. I mean, musicians all over who are used to keeping pretty busy with summer gigs, I imagine winter is a slow season. This might help with that.
Absolutely. It's great. It's a win-win, you know, and music and food, delicious tastes and wonderful sounds bring people together, and what better way to go through the winter than to, you know, come together with some of the best that our local community has to offer. Northern Natural is great at supporting local musicians as well as local farms. I grew up on a small farm, and I feel like it's an organization that is made up of people who care, and I love to be a part of it.
Now, the chocolate and the wine or cider pairing, that's going to take care of the smell, the sights, the taste. But the sound is going to play intimately with this pairing. What kind of music can people expect while they're trying some delicious wines and chocolates?
Yeah, so we've got a variety of music throughout the winter, spring, summer, and fall now. It used to just mostly be summer. But, you know, we've got a lot of like American roots music, original music, singer-songwriters. Myself, I'll be playing mostly original tunes, and I've been putting out albums for 20 years now. And I keep writing. I feel like I keep digging deeper, and my favorite place to play in the world, you know, I get to tour all over, which is great, but Northern Michigan's home, and that's where I love to play the most.
That's great.
And clearly you're playing to packed houses. Look at that. Wow.
Yeah, this is me with my dear friend and mentor, Frank Youngman. And Frank's been a hero of mine and a dear friend, and we kicked off the winter series together, and it was Frank leading it and me backing him up. And there's Aaron Dye with Stone Folk. He's an artisan and a musician, original music. We had Ben Travers there over the weekend doing like bluegrass and old-time music, picking the banjo. There's Huggy Bear, Mark Lavengood, a fan favorite, playing the dobro. And he was at Van Andel with Billy Strings, and he loves coming up to Northern Naturals. There's Gregory Stovetop. I call him the human Olympic torch, one of my favorite rock stars, doing an acoustic set. Nice. So, you know, some different things.
Man.
And a lot of these people I've known for a long time, and so they've built a relationship with Northern Naturals too over the years. Here's Justin Avdek. He plays bass with Earth Radio, and a lot of people have heard him in that
yeah.
context, but he's an original songwriter too, playing some country music there. So you get all kinds of styles and
For sure.
you know, people who love to be there.
Yeah.
Chad, I want to hear what you like about, you know, having just the musicians there and obviously how it helps bring in business. But Seth, you mentioned Billy Strings and the connection there. He just won a Grammy this weekend.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
At the Grammys.
Yes,
Give
he
me your
did.
perception of the Northern Michigan music scene, because everyone has their own favorite, you know, whether it's on the radio or on Spotify, but there does really seem to be a love in this area for acoustic and bluegrass and things of that nature.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Michigan has always been really fertile ground for music, you know, all the way back. And Alan Lomax is like the most famous archivist of music in history. And when he came here 80 years ago, he said, this is the spot. We got everything here. So from Detroit to the UP, and still today, I mean, Billy is a close friend of many of us still, and then Interlochen, we're developing a relationship with Interlochen. I was Chapel Roan's teacher back when she was up and coming, and I had another former student in the box there in the Grammys sending me videos and texts who I taught at Interlochen, and so we have an impact here in Northern Michigan on the world, and you know, you look at the Red Hot Best in Northern Michigan in the magazines you guys have in the waiting room, it's Northern Natural Ciders, but also they're winning medals across the world too. So we're proud to be from here, and I think where we can have the most impact in crazy times like these is locally, you know, neighbor to neighbor, and finding ways to have a positive impact and give people positive experiences, if that makes sense.
That's what keeps people coming back for more.
Yeah.
Chad, let's jump into the logistics real quick before we wrap up. Date, time, and how do people get tickets?
So it's this Saturday is the pairing event. It's from 12 to 4 p.m. and it's come as you want. There's no tickets to get ahead of time. Just show up whenever you'd like. And it'll be self-guided, so we'll have a menu of the different beverages and chocolate. And like I said, Grocer's Daughter will be there to pair your chocolate, and then they'll also be selling chocolate as well, so you can pick some up for your sweetie for Valentine's Day.
Nice. Smart. Yeah. Good call.
Real quick answer, Chad. What's your favorite thing about events like this?
Just seeing the smile on people's faces.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
It's just something different that we don't get to do everywhere and all the time.
Yeah, that's great. All right, we've just got about a minute or so left.
We do.
Seth, you want to play us out to break here and tell us what you're going to do?
This is my jingle for the fresh cider. I'm a fresh cider guy, so it goes like this. Northern Naturals Organic Apple Cider. I don't need you telling me what the best cider is. Northern Naturals Organic Apple Cider. That's what the best cider is. Head on into town to find that half-gallon jug in the cooler. Head on down Chief Road in the county of Manistee, where the fresh waters flow and the magic apples grow. That's where you'll find me. Northern Naturals Organic Apple Cider. I don't need you telling me what the best cider is. Northern Naturals Organic Apple Cider. That's what the best cider is. Music and pizza too. That's what the best cider is.
Yeehaw! Well done, bud. Woo!
That's pretty awesome. Well, guys, thanks so much for being
so much
in.
for being here.
Great to
both
be
of you.
here.
Really appreciate it.